is a signal to the world we are open for business.
I'm 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏 bringing you business news and information here on Open for Business. Investors' confidence up on Philippines' removal from the FATF gray list. The European Chamber of Commerce of the Philippines, also known as ECCP, welcomed the removal of the Philippines from the Financial Action Task Force gray list, which will boost the investors' confidence and promote economic growth in the country. It also commended the passage of the Anti-Financial Account Scamming Act last year as a key initiative to strengthen the integrity of financial accounts and the whole fiscal system. Countries keen on joining the Luzon Economic Corridor. Countries in Europe and Asia have expressed interest in joining the Luzon Economic Corridor, also known as LEC. Now, this is according to the Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs, Secretary Frederick Go. The LEC is a tripartite agreement with the United States, Philippines, and Japan, with the Subic-Clark-Manila-Batangas cargo as the flagship project. Go said there's a need to inquire from the Trump administration on their plan for the LEC given the financial aid cuts it has been implementing. During his meeting with the South Korean Ambassador Lee Sang-hwa, Go said the envoy expressed his country's interest in joining the LEC. Sweden, the United Kingdom, and Australia also signified interest in joining the LEC. EV sales are seen to jump 7% in 2025. Sales of electronic vehicles for this year are expected to rise by 7% or an annual volume of 20,000 units, said Chamber of Automotive Manufacturers of the Philippines Incorporated President 𝗏𝗏 The positive outlook was attributed to increasing consumer adoption, supportive government policies, growing charging stations, and the entry of new players. NRPS transactions reached 1.8 trillion pesos in January. The value of transactions for the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, also known as BSP's National Retail Payment Scheme, also known as NRPS, reached 1.8 trillion pesos, an increase of 38.2% as of January 2025 versus 1.31 trillion pesos over the same month in 2024. Data from the BSP showed this. Now, the combined transactions for PesoNet and InstaPay, the two automated clearing houses recorded in January, were higher by 58.4% at 160.2 million versus 101.2 million a year ago. A growth in NRPS transactions was attributed by an analyst to the wider use of electronic fund transfers, online banking, and e-wallets. And that's the business roundup for this week. I'm 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏 for Open for Business.
Tumuto at makibalita sa mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Dito sa Mata ng Agila sa tanghali, Lunes hanggang Biyernes.
Alas 12 ng tanghali, dito lang sa Net25.
At sabay ang mapapakinggan sa Radyo Agila DZEZ 1062. Matatag,
Matapang,
matapat.
Kada mustahan na may...
It is a signal to the world we are open for business.
Open for Business with 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏 every Sunday, 9 p.m.
Sa Net25.
Bawat barangay na ating binibisita ay hinahatiran natin ng saya at mga palarong pampaganda ng umaga.
At ang mga kabarangay naman ay sinasalubong tayo ng iba't ibang kwento na makulay, makabuluhan,
Well done.
at siguradong kapupulutan ng aral.
Hindi ako natinag. Kaya ko yan.
Ganyan magmahalan ang mga magkakabarangay. Kaya join na sa amin tuwing alas 7 ng umaga dito kung saan garantisado ang kasiyahan mo. Ang kabarangay nyo, LTE, Love,
Tony Pe!
and everyone!
Love Tony Pe!
It's an afternoon dedicated to celebrating excellence, innovation, and leadership in marketing here at the 43rd Agora Awards by the Philippine Marketing Association. We're here to celebrate the brilliant minds behind marketing strategies and hopefully learn a few. This prestigious event honors those who have made an extraordinary impact in shaping the marketing landscape, both here and abroad, small, medium, and large-scale businesses and advocates of sustainability, education, and social enterprise. Together with 𝗗𝗲𝗄𝗏 Gonzalez, join us as we uncover the stories, strategies, and passion that define this year's awardees and the people behind this incredible celebration. Ms. Christina, congratulations for this very successful event. How do you assess today's awarding ceremonies?
You know, every year we have good set of judges and it's really rigid because we want to maintain the branding and the prestige of Agora. So hindi talaga kami nagbabago. And year on year, we always do that. And today, we are so happy with the winners as well. They are really trailblazer of the industry. And in fact, we are also looking forward to the next Agora to have the same set of winners. I mean, new breed, but same quality.
Ms. Christina, alam naman natin na the Agora is probably the most prestigious marketing award here in the Philippines. You've reached this far. It's now the 43rd. And so far, in your experience, in your exposure with the Philippine Marketing Association, ano ba ang meron sa mga nananalo ng Agora Awards?
Well, number one, they inspire people. If you're in education, in the learning institution, then kailangan evident yung result, no? And also, if you are in small business, whether you are in medium or large, it's the impact, the impact in the community that you serve or in the industry that you serve. So, syempre, if you are in advertising, maganda ba talaga yung messaging? It's not about just to sell the product. This year, or the 2024 theme is sustainability. So we always tackle, how do we market it? Are we really employing sustainability? Are we true to what we are saying? So yun.
So talagang there's some sort of a measurement in it. Kasi siyempre, like I noticed in your theme, it's called sustainability marketing, but the emphasis is AI or artificial intelligence. What's the key behind that?
Well, because it's sustainability, right? So we have to be very concerned about the environment, and of course we have to keep up with the changing time. So that's why it is really the key. Like, you know how innovative you are. In fact, to continue that, for today's theme, the 2025 theme, our theme would be enabled. It's AI-enabled Pinoy marketing, empowering SME.
The Agora Awards is one of the most prestigious, if not the most prestigious, marketing award-giving body here in the Philippines. I know that you are very experienced, sir, but and you have received a lot of awards in the past. But to you, how is this different?
It's a very tedious and rigid screening process. So you first have to be nominated, and then it goes through a panel of judges of the giants of the industry, and it's supervised by the SGV. So people who get nominated have to prepare sort of like a portfolio and submit it, and it gets vetted by the panel of judges. Many other award-giving bodies maybe do the same, but I don't think it's as rigid as what the Philippine Marketing Association and the Agora Awards has been doing it. And it's one of the longest running awards. This is the 43rd year of the Agora Awards.
One of the awards is marketing management. We know that in this day and age, marketing management is entirely different. You know, with the advent of social media, with the advent of digitalization and artificial intelligence, things change. So how do you manage marketing in this day and age?
I think I'm one of the oldest awardees. So I've received this award, the same award, Outstanding Achievement in Marketing Management, in 2014 for the body of work that I've been doing since I was college all the way to that period. But over the last 10 years, as you have mentioned, 10, 11 years, the dynamic has dramatically changed. So it's really about keeping yourself updated, talking to your consumer, reaching out and understanding the touch points or points of contact where the brand can be relevant to them. So that's what we do. We stay relevant, we stay connected, and we stay updated.
I noticed that you also give relevance and meaning to the Gen Zs and the millennials. It seems that in marketing management, you have to listen to them. How important now is the role of the young generation, especially in the formulation of new marketing management strategies?
I think the age-old formula of looking for the influencer set in consumer marketing still applies. And in past generations, there were different groups or segments of the society that was influencing marketing thought, or consumer demand thought. And nowadays, it's as you pointed out, rightly pointed out, the Gen Xers, millennials, these are the ones that are leading thought in terms of what is cool, what is hip, what is trendy, and what is hot. And keeping a pulse of that segment enables us to connect with the market and therefore with our consumers and make brands and products and material that spark their interest.
In marketing management of various products and services, how do you handle that? Are there specific teams for each brand, or is there a specific, like say, one formula that you have one single message, but you have to communicate it in various markets? How do you do it?
That's a very good point. So no one has a monopoly of like the thought and the strategic bandwidth to be able to win with the consumer and the market. And therefore, we built a really strong team of marketeers of various ages, various orientation, various experiences to provide, siguro, like a team that will be able to understand the different dynamics in the market. So I guess the short answer is we built a very strong team of diverse individuals who contribute, each one contributes, and we've assigned people in the dairy business, in the marine and tuna business, in the meat business, international business, but there's always a lot of interaction among them to keep everyone updated on what's going on in their own segments.
Can you cite may pagkakataon na nagkamali ka rin? Like say for example, you devised a specific marketing strategy focusing a specific target market, pero hindi pala yon, mali pala. And how were you able to hurdle that challenge?
Sometimes you come up, no matter the research, sometimes you come up with a product that is launched and then bombs in the market. And that's happened to us a few times. I guess less than most companies would experience, because we really go through a very rigid market research and consumer insighting process. But it does happen. But the key when those things happen is to recognize immediately that there's a lot of pride in your work, and sometimes you have to let go of that pride and say, "Uy, nagkamali ako. Let's change course or let's pivot." And that's very important. Being honest and true to yourself, and let go of the pride. Parang no one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Recognize right away if there's a problem and course correct as soon as possible. But I remind everyone that even Century Pacific Food, the company that has brands like Century Tuna, Argentina, Coco Mama, Birch Tree, and all of that, we started out as a startup. Our chairman and founder was the son of a labandera, and he self-educated and really pursued opportunities by really understanding what consumers look for. And as such, gave birth to brands like the first brand was 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗶 sardines, and then followed by Century Tuna. From there, that startup really, through discipline and being able to connect with consumers, really became what Century Pacific is today.
Off-cam, we were talking about, how critical overseas Filipinos are, and even overseas marketing. Overseas Filipinos are the lifeblood also of the Philippine economy. So far, with your experience overseas, I'm sure you had a lot of dealings in the international market. What were the challenges that you were able to hurdle that made you deserve also an Agora trophy?
That's a fantastic question. Medyo beauty pageant question, but I love it. Thank you for that question. I think overall, right, the Filipinos are very resilient people. We go through a lot in life, and one of the dreams is to really go abroad, right? And I was very fortunate enough to have that opportunity of working for one of the biggest companies in the world, for Unilever. I was signed in the UK, and I was handling the Axe brand for different countries like Europe and North America. And during this time, Unilever is a great organization. They're very warm to all kinds of culture. But honestly, there was some pressure internally that, can a Filipino really, unlock and make it, to really lead these different countries. And I think it boiled down to, our Filipino values of malasakit, empathy, and our warmth, in terms of who we are as people, that really helped me unlock the challenges that were there in those markets.
Ano ba yung pagkakaiba po ng pagmamarket sa overseas na consumers kumpara sa domestic? Is there a specific character of or consumer behavior that you have to feel or study for you to be able to effectively market to overseas audience?
Yes. So actually, that's a very good point, right? I mean, I do feel that given the multiple markets that I was handling, it was a matter of really taking time to understand the consumer, what they're looking for, and really understand what motivates them, and how you can really unlock the pain points that they're experiencing, and then try to build an overall strategy to really move the brand in the right direction that you want to be in.
But what specific platforms do they use? Diba here in the Philippines, parang omni-channel. Is that also applicable pag overseas marketing?
Yes, so omni-channel or maximizing different digital channels is super important. There are some markets that are really heavily, focused on out of home. Sampling is very critical to them. So I think, we see the Philippine market moving in the same direction as the rest of the world in terms of adapting to digital. But at the same time, you do have to understand that, not every city, not every province is the same, similar to how it is in the Philippines. So you really have to make sure that you adjust, your strategy, or you're able to really reach all kinds of consumers with your marketing plan.
Carmen, we are here at the 43rd Agora Awards, and we know the importance of marketing, especially in your industry. Alam naman natin with the healthcare industry, health and wellness industry, competition is really fierce, di ba? As one of the pioneers in marketing, what do you think are the challenges faced now by a lot of marketing professionals, lalo na napakahigpit ng kompetisyon?
Well, in marketing kasi, in healthcare, competition is really tough, no? Well, because there's a lot of hospitals, there's a lot of primary clinics in the area, especially for the Los Santos Medical Center. So, the Los Santos, within 3 to 5 kilometers, there's more than 10 healthcare facilities. So, what we want to let the people know, our patients know, is that we build our own brand. That's really important. We have to build the brand of the Los Santos. We have to let the patients know that at the Los Santos Medical Center, sabi nga ng aking presidente before, this is a boutique hospital, no? We want to stretch your peso, no? So, but yet you receive a global standards, and the personal touch remains. So that's why the Los Santos Medical Center, global standards, personal touch, kalinga ka rito.
Within that perimeter of where your institution is located, there's a lot of similar facilities serving the same product and services. So how do you stand out?
I still believe in tri-media. That's why I'm partnering with Net25, no? So there's radio, TV, ad, the online presence is really important. So social media, the website. So that's why ito yung mahalaga doon. This is really the key. Aside from direct marketing, you go directly to the corporate clients, to all the clients that we have, you go there, you market, you promote, but still online presence, tri-media is very important, and I still believe in that.
Why do you think you were awarded with the Agora this year?
Yeah, of course, I would like to thank the Agora Awards and the Philippine Marketing Association for this recognition. Of course, I believe in their advocacy of recognizing individual like us. And of course, marami pong ginagawa ang inyong lingkod. I started my career as a respiratory therapist, and during that time, I started the business of the 𝗕𝗍𝗻𝗍 from 3 individual now to 1,000 of employees. Wow. So, para sa akin, wala yung mga challenges na yan. Unstoppable woman. Kung anong gusto mo, kayang abutin. Just keep on believing in yourself.
Very interesting yung sinabi mo na from 3 to 1,000. I know that you mentioned that you work hard, but when you look back, Miss Sarah, ano ba yung mga, sabihin natin, pinakamatinding naging challenge mo in the past, and how were you able to hurdle it? Kasi I'm sure you had a lot of problems in the past. Ano sa palagay mo ang pinakamatinding pagsubok mo sa buhay na nag-inspire sa'yo para ayaw kong tigilan to, dire-diretso lang ako, superwoman ako?
Yes. Challenges are just part of the process. So dahil naniniwala ako sa pangarap ko at may goals ako na gusto kong abutin, lahat yon ay parang kahit anong pagsubok, parang sa akin is wala yon. It's passionate kasi ako ma-achieve yung gusto ko. It's just lumilipas lang yan eh. Lumilipas lang, at kung talagang porsigido ka, nagmamanifest siya eh. So namimit mo yung mga taong mga nakakatulong sa'yo, yung mga taong nagiging instrumental, no, para makamit mo yung gusto mo. So yun ang nangyari, at of course marami akong ginagawa, continuous learning, level up mo rin yung sarili mo. Habang na-achieve mo yung success mo, dapat hindi ka rin tumitigil sa lifelong learning para package maganda. And of course, at this point of time, pay it forward. No? Talagang part ng aming operations now is our commitment to CSR, the Corporate Social Responsibility. So, tumutulong na tayo ngayon. Hindi lang ako nagnegosyo for my personal goals, but para na sa mga taong dumidepende sa atin. So, sila na yung aking driving force to make it better, no? Just continue what you are doing, and as long that wala tayong inaapakan, transparent ka, compliant ka sa lahat ng mga applicable laws and regulation, ang ganda ng nangyayari sa buhay mo.
Marketing excellence is very important kasi for businesses to thrive, for businesses to be known, they need to build their brand. And if you have an excellent marketing, you can tell your story and you can reach the right market. And with that, it will help your business grow, it will help you develop, and of course, be successful in doing your business. So income will come in if you have the right market, if you can tap the public with your marketing efforts.
Attorney, I attended the latest PCCI General Assembly, and I noticed there's a lot of innovations. People should be, and businesses should be aware of the latest marketing trends and innovations. In a very short span of time, I was shocked with a lot of learnings that businesses should consider. So far, with all these innovations, saan pa dapat tututok ang isang negosyante para magtagumpay sa negosyo niya?
Actually, kailangan tumutok ang negosyo sa brand marketing. Kasi 'di ba, when we build our business, most of us, ang ating pinopromote yung products and services. Dapat ang ipopromote mo is why are you doing it? So when you market yourself and you market your business, you don't just focus on selling your product and services. You focus on marketing efforts by introducing your brand, by explaining to the public why are you doing it. Kasi yun yung kinakagat ngayon ng tao. Are you doing some social responsibility? Are you serving the community through your products and services? Yan yung dapat na makita.
How relevant are award-giving bodies like this, and how relevant is the Agora Awards to businesses who receive this award?
Actually, it's very inspiring. It inspires a lot of people to do well by recognizing businesses and individuals who are doing great in terms of marketing, in terms of reaching out the people. They are inspiring these business owners to do more and to do well. And of course, they are inspiring the audience, the people who are here right now, to be like them, to be like these businesses. And it's actually educational for a lot of people kasi bago ibigay yung award, they could see yung kanilang marketing materials na ginagamit and makikita ng mga tao that spells the difference. Maganda yung marketing efforts nila. So I would like to congratulate the Philippine Marketing Association for the 43rd Agora Awards and of course all the awardees.
Well, this is marketing, and marketing is the lifeblood of any business. And a lot of businesses may have come from great ideas, but if they don't look into the beauty and the opportunities in marketing, they might just fail. And studies show that the effectiveness of marketing, in any undertaking, be it product or service or advocacy, or even our personal lives, is actually dependent on, is the basis for success. So indeed, it's the lifeblood. So if this is not looked into, if this is not studied, if this is not guided, or shall we say, based on theories and success evidences, this cannot be trial and error. In the modern age and time, marketing cannot be plain trial and error. It has to be purposive. There's a science in it, there's an art in it, there's technology in it. So if you combine all these together, then you'll be surprised that the simplest of the idea can actually be a big enterprise and a big undertaking.
Doc, I listened intently to your CEO talk at the PCCI, and it's something amazing in the sense that it encapsulates somehow, I noticed, a body of work, that's really inspiring, especially to startups and even the more established ones in the development of these strategies. To inspire other people. Kasi parang sinasabi po nila, you have now also to go back to basics aside from looking at the latest technologies and innovations. In your case, are there must-dos now?
The world has become so complex that we thought that the complexity is the secret. In fact, it's the simplicity. It's going back, you mentioned about going back to the basic. To me, it's going back to the core. You have to always go back to the core, go back to the basic, the intent, the purpose, the why. That being considered will make you so different from all the rest. And remember, marketing is differentiation. How will you be different? You follow your core, you find your core, go to the basics of who you are, and that will grow exponentially to communicate to the universe that awaits the full expression of who you are.
With the Agora Award, how is this different from the industries and the many awards that you have already received?
Well, first of all, we're very, very proud to be recognized by the Agora Awards. It's one of the premier awards in the country. And I think it's a reflection of the marketing work we've been putting into building the 𝗔𝗂𝗃 brand, a brand that serves millions of Filipinos, helping them with their everyday finances. And it's just a remarkable show of how marketing can change behavior and help a country become even more financially literate and help them in their everyday. So we're very, very proud to be recognized tonight.
Somehow with 𝗔𝗂𝗃, you make it, part of the Filipino lifestyle. Is that challenging? And even your competitors recognize that. Is that really intrinsic in the way you do your marketing campaigns, that you integrate that in the lifestyle of the Filipino?
Absolutely. One great thing about 𝗔𝗂𝗃, we like to say that 𝗔𝗂𝗃 is the best way to pay. In fact, we had our celebrity heart say it and declare it herself. What we realized with 𝗔𝗂𝗃 is our product touches the lives of millions of Filipinos every day. And one of the things that we did was, many people use it to send money, but we wanted to educate more and more people to use 𝗔𝗂𝗃 for more use cases, like opening up a savings account, starting to invest in stocks for the first time, buying insurance. We want to help Filipinos expand their financial literacy and also the financial services that they use. And that's why we wanted to do this in an exciting way. Normally, when you think finance, it's not so exciting. So we decided to partner with one of the country's top celebrities, Heart. We decided to do it in an exciting way. We co-created it with her. In fact, she helped co-direct and create the story. The campaign was very much her lifestyle and her personality. And then to drive financial literacy, we decided to create a YouTube talk show featuring the king of gossip, Boy Abunda, and Heart Evangelista in a tete-a-tete where they talked about fame, fashion and finance. That way we're making finance topics interesting and something that people will want to watch, and hopefully, as a result, use GCash more often. We like to think about marketing in the lens of content, because you want to diversify content to make sure that your audience will consume it. And we know that our audience is watching YouTube, they're watching TikTok, they're watching Reels, they're watching influencers who can talk about topics in their own unique way. And that's why for GCash, we've partnered with close to 1,000 different influencers over the course of the last few years. Because we believe that if we work with the right influencers and have them tell the story in their own unique way, people will listen, people will learn, and hopefully they're gonna start using the product and using GCash more often. So it's a key part of our strategy, and it's also what makes the work a lot more fun.
Neil Trinidad of GCash, open for business. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Alam namin ang iyong pagsisikap. Dama namin ang iyong mga sakripisyo. Kita namin ang pagharap mo sa bawat pagsubok. Kaya sa kabila ng mga hamon ng buhay, nandito kami para umalalay. Kasi katulad mo, gusto rin namin ang magandang bukas para sa kanya. Hatid namin ang dekalidad na edukasyon at makabagong pasilidad sa abot-kayang halaga. Kaya huwag ka nang mangamba. Sasamahan ka namin tuparin ang mga pangarap niya. Maaasahan mong sulit dito ang mga pinagsikapan mo. Sa aming mga makabagong pasilidad at sistema ng edukasyon. Mailalabas natin ang aking talino at mga kakayahan niya. Kahit sa munting halaga, makakasiguro ka na makakasabay siya sa mabilis na pag-ikot ng mundo. Sa New Era, karamay mo kami sa bawat hamon. Kaagapay mo kami sa bawat hakbang. Kasama mo kami sa bawat ngiti at tagumpay.
At the 43rd Agora Awards, we are flooded by the geniuses who master the game of marketing and led their companies to success. Follow me right now as we get to know the awardees and to see exactly how they did this.
This award is such a great honor. I've been a student of marketing. I was actually one of the very first Agora Youth awardees. And my news is I'm the first female Agora Youth awardee who was also an Agora awardee, was also an Agora Youth awardee way back during my college years. So it feels like it's going full circle. I'm so happy I was able to give honor to the practice of marketing. I was able to really exercise my skills in the real world. I started somewhere in the brand field, and now I joined finance, but end of the day, everything is marketing. And so happy to be able to grow the business the way it has. But more than that is really being able to help a lot of small entrepreneurs through the loans that we disburse. We're doing a lot for the country, for economic development. And it also gives us inspiration that a lot of financial institutions are backing that up as well. So,
you've mentioned you've been working with this company for 14 years, and since you've studied marketing, what key marketing strategy did you apply during your 14 years?
Well, actually, I've been with the company for not 14 years, more, since 2005, so almost 2 decades. Yeah, but I think a clear principle would really be know your target market. Very basic. One of the very first lessons you'll probably learn in your marketing courses. Know your target market. Understand where they're coming from, so that we could best understand how to help them. So we don't come in, feeling like we know what they need. We have to ask them, and we have to ask them, really connect with the market so that we'd be able to serve them the best way that we could. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love how you're also passionate about impacting the lives of the younger people as well by teaching them marketing also. So how do you think this could alleviate the economy of the Philippines if more Filipino youth understand the principle of marketing?
You will be growing very successful businesses if you know the principles of marketing. But more than that, aside of course from the knowledge here, it's a lot of heart, it's a lot of hard work, and a lot of not giving up, So it's actually more like a journey, maybe a science, because it's a lot of trial and error when you're in this field. But the good thing is you really just have to have that strength of character, and very clear decision making. Take more risks. And then whatever the consequences you end up with, know that it was done, just as long as it was done with the best information available. It's so important that students learn marketing, because the Philippines has so much to offer, right? And sometimes it's just a lack of information, or maybe marketers fail to understand what would get the attention of the target market, things like that. So definitely with more economic activity through successful practice of marketing can definitely contribute to more jobs, more productivity, and that would mean more families' help, access to education. It's a whole host of really transformational things that could happen if just students learn more about marketing and practice it consistently. Bakit po kami naging top of mind? Siguro I have a very competent sales and marketing team. We work a lot with vendors, agencies who help us strategize, and at the same time, we decided very recently, a few years back, to really invest heavily in not just below the line, not just the digital space, but also as the economy opened up, diba, after pandemic, we decided people are going out, there's traffic everywhere. We want to be in as many billboards as we can, right? Because our main product line is really a collateral loan using vehicles. So at the same time, we have a very strong team on the ground. We have loan consultants or freelance loan consultants. We have more than 100 branches. So all of this activity probably has, thankfully, given the attention that 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗏 deserves, so to speak, because we have been helping a lot of small businessmen. And we had to make a lot of noise because not a lot of people know na #pwede_pala. So that's why we came out with that. Yeah, kasi diba parang people don't know that there is such a service. So we had to work very, very hard in letting the public know what it is that we do, because there's so many opportunities maybe that small businesses have just let go. Kasi hindi nila alam na pwede pala through services from 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗏.
So many people ask me why I chose avocado as our business. So aside from being avocado lover, here in the Philippines, we have a lot of avocado fruit here, but no demand. So that's my one advocacy, is to help the avocado farmers here in our country. We started our brand last February 22, 2019. We are now turning 6 years old. So when we opened our first store, I only have 2 cups of sales. Yung isa ako yung bumili, and the other one was sold by the barker ng jeep. And from that 2 cups, we now have 233 branches nationwide, and we are also available in Singapore. We have an 𝗬𝗁𝗁𝗏 in Vivo City Mall and Bedok Mall. And this February, our master franchisee will be opening their 4th branch in Lucky Plaza. So there.
Very impressive, Ms. Zarina. Like you've mentioned, you start from 2 cups, and you're one of the customers who actually bought your own cup. So from 2 cups to now receiving an Agora Award, what does it make you feel or think?
Actually, I'm really, really happy and proud because just recently, I was awarded as the Young Entrepreneur of the Year 2024. And then in just 2 months, I already have another award here in Agora. to reach the most outstanding and prestigious business into small scale. So my advice to the young entrepreneur here in our country, every time you have a dream, you always dedicate it to your parents. Kapag gusto mong magtagumpay, lagi mong i-dedicate sa magulang mo.
There's something about the marketing, since this is about marketing as well, there's something about the marketing that really nakakaspark sa utak ng mga tao and young, like Gen Zs. So how did you achieve that?
Actually, all we know, avocado is just only seasonal, right? Yeah. Before I created the avocadoria, my family doubted nga why you chose avocado, it's seasonal. So aside from being avocado lover, I want to help the avocado farmers here. That's why I studied all about avocado. And then I found out na meron palang mga avocado growers, avocado farmers. So doon ako mas na-inspire gawin, i-push yung brand. So now, if you are craving for avocado, you don't need to wait for the months na available siya. If you're craving to it, just go to any malls, look for Avocadoria, and there, you can enjoy the avocado treats from our stores.
So the first thing that I noticed when you went up on the stage is your pouch. Is this a pouch, a purse? A fish?
Yeah, it's a fish. So it's a clutch, purse, whatever, but you can also use it in a different way. So you can have a crossbody. Yeah, it's a really cool fish. It's actually a collaboration with artist 𝗬𝗏𝗏 and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. So very proud of this.
Definitely. So I heard one of the goals of Rags to Riches is to promote meaningful and sustainable fashion. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. So Rags to Riches actually started 17 years ago. And the reason why we started was because of a social problem. We met a group of artisans from Payatas and they were making foot rugs out of scrap fabric. I'm sure you've seen them around, but they were only earning about 10 to 16 pesos a day. So we thought that that was such a bad situation that it shouldn't go on and on for years. So we thought we should do something about it by creating an enterprise called R2R or Rags to Riches. And we should be in partnership with these artisans so that we can make these foot rugs into like woven panels, because that's really what they deserve, and then create bags and fashion accessories. And now we also create clothes. So in every step of the way in R2R, we always think about what will make the artisan more empowered, what can provide more livelihood, but also what materials we can use so that we either reduce the environmental impact to the planet or upcycle. So that means we're able to take away from the trash and then put it in the products, redirect it to something better for livelihood of people. And we also make products that are built to last, because we don't want to be part of the growing pile of trash out there.
So you're hitting two birds with one stone. You're really, I heard you said uplifting the Filipino artisans from poverty, and as well you have a heart for the environment as well. How is the marketing strategy in your terms? What are the marketing challenges that you went through and how did you overcome them?
Very good question, because in the beginning, especially 17 years ago, upcycling and social entrepreneurship, they're not really big things yet. People didn't really understand what they meant. And also because we were using the woven panels and people are very used to seeing them as rugs, it was very difficult to shift the paradigm. But we thought it was worth it, because if you really think about it, the weaving that were applied as rugs wouldn't have been applied as rugs if not for poverty. Because people needed jobs right away. They need to earn right away. So they would sacrifice the artisanal quality. They would sacrifice a raw talent just so they can get food on the table. And nobody can blame them for that. But if you're able to reassign the value of the artisan craft into the product, create more beautiful, functional products out of them, then it also recognizes the dignity again in the craft. So it was hard in the beginning, but as we always talk to our advocates, by the way, we call our customers advocates. So we talk to them a lot via socials, and we realized that when you talk to people and you talk to people sincerely, talk to them about your advocacy, why you're doing what you're doing, they really see through it and they say, okay, I want to support you. It aligns with my values as well. So we're very fortunate because we use marketing a lot to talk about the truth of who we are and what we stand for. And we're lucky because we found our tribe out there.
the advocates who love us and who believe in what we believe in.
Wow, that is beautiful, and I love how you call your clients advocates because they're really pushing forth a good purpose. So aside from the marketing side of it, I'm sure you're aiming to expand as well. How is the hiring system? Are you looking for artistic artisans? How does that go about?
So for the past 17 years, we've already hired like so many people throughout those years, but for artisans, we're always expanding little by little because we want to provide sustainable livelihood. Because livelihood is different from just usual advocacy. Like for example, if you give away like food, you can give away to 12,000 people or something. But for livelihood, you have to do it every single day for the whole year. So that's why we're very careful with expansion, because once we expand to different communities, we want to make sure that they have livelihood. So as for hiring, our team is amazing. It's a small team, but it's an amazing team. Recently, we've announced that we are looking for a content creator, and there are so many applicants. So we're just going to go through that soon. But we're very happy because that's a testament to people aligning themselves with what we believe in as well. And that we see that a lot of young people have the same values as us, and that gives me so much hope.
It's really igniting the Filipino fire that we have within us. For the people watching who are really inspired by your story, like, you know, starting a business that is purposeful and also profitable, please give a word of advice to the people who want to follow your footsteps.
So for those of you who are thinking about starting your own business that is sustainable and hopefully also profitable, it has to be, so that you could do this for a very long time, my suggestion is to start small and to do something that you actually would buy for yourself, solve a problem that you yourself have so that you're the first market, and then hopefully you'll find more and more people. It's gonna be a difficult ride if you want to do sustainability like what we do, and at the same time make sure that you are sustainable financially as well, but it's worth it. So always go back to your purpose and why you started in the first place. But if that doesn't work out, rely on your discipline, because when motivation stops, discipline takes the wheel. So.
I know that Sir Dom is passionate about the agriculture, especially in the Philippines, and you're really alleviating the image of agriculture. Tell me about it. You mentioned something about improving the image of farming. Please tell me about it.
So we're a Davao-based company, and of course in Davao we're surrounded by banana plantations and pineapple for export. So that's where our stepping stone is, and that's where we grew from, and we want to not only limit this art services to them, but to all agriculture, specifically for farming, especially for the rice farmers. We want to introduce this technology, specifically the agricultural drones. And right now we are working with different government agencies, so it's going to be successful. Yeah.
What sparked this motive behind your sustainability marketing strategies? Because aside from being profitable, you also have that passion to keep and reserve the agriculture field. How do you do that, or how did it spark?
As we can observe, especially in the operations, specifically in farming, you see a lot of wastage, like too much fertilizer, chemicals, and even water. We have lessened the usage of water up to 90%. So that alone is a very big achievement, using less water, up to 90%. And also we want to make farming fun, because when people think about farming, it's laborious. Especially younger generation will say, I don't like it. It's under the heat of the sun. It's too hard labor. So now with the technology, with the modernization of farming, I mean, soon you can even operate your farm inside your office, or yeah. So we're going there. We're going there in the future, the near future.
I I love that. We have a foresight of things. So if your business emerges in the Philippines and grows, how could this alleviate the food security in the Philippines?
Especially in the pandemic, the problem with labor was you can really see it because during pandemic no one was working, and especially in our experience in the corporate farms, there was a problem with labor. So what we did is we were the ones serving them. So instead of doing hard labor, machines or technology will be the one to do it for humans. It's not more of replacing humans, it's more of let the machine do the hard work and let the humans do what we are supposed to do.
As we all know, we're in the Agora Awards, and this wouldn't be possible without the director in charge and the overall chairperson of the Agora Awards, Ms. 𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗶 Congratulations, and what a beautiful event tonight.
Thank you for gracing our event. Our stories, if you heard them, are wonderful and uplifting and inspiring. And I think that's the beauty of having the Agora Awards. It's not just about the recognition, it's about taking stock on the people that helped you along the way. And the victory is shared across the country, across ages, across races, because some of them have really gone beyond the Philippines and beyond borders.
This is the 43rd edition of such a beautiful and empowering recognition event. So I'm sure all the 42 have been very inspiring. What makes this year's edition stand out?
This year, we have actually launched 3 categories. That's the Outstanding Achievement in Sustainability Marketing, Outstanding Achievement in Marketing Campaign, and Outstanding Achievement in Social Enterprise. Apart from that, we also opened the opportunity for past Agora awardees to vie for the Hall of Fame. So if you noticed earlier, they awarded export marketing to Century Pacific Foods Incorporated, and that's because it's their second. So one more win, they're already in the Hall of Fame. We also have enriched the marketing education and educators. So we have now 3 categories under that: institution, collegiate, professional, or higher education. We're also recognizing for the first time, we call it the Agora Special Trailblazer Award. It's the first one. We honor the company that has won 3 award categories. There you go. And not only that, we also have a distinct award for nation building, for marketing excellence. So it's really, really a special event because it's the 70th. We're closing the 70th anniversary also of the PMA. So this is the first time that we're having all of these awards, and we are just very, very happy with the roster of honorees that we have today.
They're the people who receive the awards today are of such high caliber, and I admire them, especially as Filipinos. We're really trailblazing for the Filipinos. So with the new categories that you've set out this year, what change do you aim to make in the marketing industry?
Like your age, I think we are all very driven now with purpose. We all ask now, why? So all the whys that the consumer and our market are asking should be answered by businesses. So we're looking at businesses with a purpose, with businesses that takes care of other people, that takes care of community. Thus we have the social enterprise, right? And we also have sustainability marketing. Hey, we only have one Earth. We need to take good care of it. And because we're marketing, we really opt to celebrate the marketing campaigns that have made a difference this year. So there you go.
Within the 43 years of acknowledging these amazing CEOs and leaders, what is the change of algorithm do you notice? Especially in the Philippines, is there more people into marketing? Is it improving a lot more?
When you really look at the market, everybody is a marketer. Everybody. So we just need to put a little bit of structure, give benchmarks, place exemplary people, excellent people who would raise the standards rather for the Philippine marketing. For example, you're an influencer, but do you have the basis of marketing? But what if we have Agora awardees who are also influencers? So that makes a whole lot of difference. So what we're trying to do in the Agora is that we also need to really adapt to the changing market, but at the same time be adaptable to the generations that are fast taking over the marketplace.
There you have it. Congratulations once again to all the exceptional marketers of the Philippines. This has been 𝗗𝗏 Gonzalez for Open for Business.
Sa kasulukuyang henerasyon, marami na ang nag-viral. Dahil po yan sa kanilang ginagawang pagtulong sa kapwa. Pero mas marami ang tumutulong kahit walang nakakakita. Kaya naman kung ikaw ay may kilala na grupo o individual na may natatanging pagresponde sa lipunan at maging sa kalikasan, mag-text lamang sa 0915-415-1035 o mag-email sa responde@net25.com at magpadala ng mensahe sa ating Facebook page at Net25TV. Baka kayo na ang susunod nating Certified Key Responder.
Let's get together. Sa Net25. Sa Net25.
Can you feel it? Do you like it? Do you want it?
So good. I love it.
Okay, then buckle up, put the pedal to the metal, and let's ride. Rev.
We have heard exceptional stories of creativity, resilience, and purpose here at the 43rd Agora Awards. These awardees have not only set benchmarks for marketing excellence, but inspired others to strive for innovation and impact. Congratulations to all the winners and a big thank you to the Philippine Marketing Association for making this event possible.